You a good boy, Chief? You a good boy? Do you match my DDE URGI Geissele upper? Buddy? You got 4 legs. I've got 4 prongs on here. Y'all match. Anyways, a little silly introduction to why I've actually made this video. This is just a initial unboxing of the Super Duty 11.5 inch upper that I ordered over the Black Friday special. I didn't really need to get this, considering I ordered this URGI upper 14.5 pinned and welded on the Halloween special, but this was such a good deal, I couldn't pass it up. I think it was about $667 that I paid for this. And this came with the enhanced bolt carrier group, which right now, if you were to try to buy this, regular, pricing would be $300 or a little bit more just for the enhanced bolt carrier group. Now, this bolt carrier group has 158 Carpenter steel, but it's plus rated, so it's 150. It's a Carpenter steel 158 plus. This probably will last your entire lifetime and your grandkids' lifetime. These silver portions right here are made out of a certain type of steel that they use specifically with surgical tools for grinding. So it's an incredibly hard steel. The extractor obviously is going to get a lot of wear in most bolt carrier groups, or most bolts, obviously, from extracting the shells every time. This gives the bolt more longevity. The surface level of this is nano coated, so I know this looks almost like a really slick phosphate. I've got the bolt carrier group that's in this URGI is not chalky like a lot of the phosphate finishes. It's slick, kind of like this, but this is noticeably slicker. This is a nano coating. The Geissele's website says that they've tested it, and it's the strength or hardness rather of a synthetic diamond, which is hard to believe, but we'll see. I don't think I'll have any issue with that. There's no way for me to personally test that, but I trust Geissele. The staking on here is decent. You see the one on the top is not quite as staked as deep as this one on the bottom, but it doesn't look understaked by any means. I don't have any doubt that these stakes will keep these bolts in here. It's very nice bolt carrier group. That was really what gave me the inclination to buy this upper. It comes with originally I thought that the Super Duty 11.5 was going to have the roll marked charging handle, but it doesn't. It has the white label on it, which is fine. It's not a big deal. The DDE charging handle in this one has the roll marks with no white label. I've got another charging handle in my 18-inch. That's a completely different rifle. It has a FN heavy barrel in it, but it's set up more for SPR, kind of Mark 12-ish kind of clone that I'm slowly working on. But so I have 3 of these Geissele charging handles. They're really, really good. I had a Raptor charging handle. I sold it in the last 10.5 inch build that I had. I probably should have stripped that Radian Raptor charging handle off and gotten a regular mil-spec charging handle, but I didn't. I was kind of in a rush. I just sold it as is, so whoever gets it next will be happy with that. But anyways, I'm really impressed with the Geissele. I'm fine with having 3 Geisele's, but they work really well. There's enough that sticks out of these airborne charging handles to where you can easily accentuate it. You can easily activate the bolt carrier group and charge around. So yeah, that's enough time spent on that. So instead of it having the tabs on the rails that keep the rail aligned with the upper receiver that you would normally see right here, or just one right here, it has this slot cut out on the upper receiver with a male joining piece that goes into the female piece right here, this slot. It's probably all you need. I really like this. It's very innovative. The fit and finish is really good on this. Although I will say that, let's see if there's enough light in here. There's this small, yeah, you can see it. There's this small, what's it here? There's this half circle here. I don't know how that got there. It was there when I got it. But it's really not a big deal. I want to hold on to this. I waited long enough to get this in the mail. They originally gave us a 2-month wait on receiving these. It took 2 weeks past that mark, but they made up for it by sending the Black Friday orders 35% off coupons. I personally got 2 35% off coupons and another 20% off coupon. So I'm pretty stoked about that. They want all my money, and I will gladly give it to them. I'm probably going to get a 1-to-6 Geissele scope and try that thing out. It looks pretty hefty. And get some other stuff for the Mark 12 clone that I have in the making. But anyways, that's really the only complaint that I have on this, is that little barely noticeable circular. It's not a scratch. You can feel it in the anodizing, but it's not a big deal to me. I plan on putting a lot of wear and tear on this. 11.5 inch. I did have a 10.5 inch. I wanted to move up to an 11.5 inch barrel, which this barrel is really nice. The contour of the barrel is thicker than the government profile that's on this Daniel Defense barrel, part of the URGI, complete upper near clone. It's not something I would consider a heavy barrel, but it's a heavier profile without getting ridiculous. It'll be better for rigidity. Let's see here. It has the Geissele white print on the barrel there before you get to the 3-prong. The Super Duties have a 3-prong Surefire flash brake, or muzzle device rather. They're ready to go with the Surefire quick detach silencers or suppressors. I really like Surefire flash devices or flash suppressors. They're heavy duty. You can use them to punch out windows, shatter glass. But anyways, I really can't get over how pretty that big G is on the barrel. It's gorgeous. When I originally started building ARs, I was what some people would call a poor or a peasant. I was more inclined to get something with a high value and more affordable, which is okay, that's fine. Get what you can get as long as it's reliable. I never had any reliability issues out of, the more cost-effective builds that I made. I know other people have some horror stories. I know my 10.5 inch upper was a name brand that I won't mention, but I put well over 1,000 rounds through it. Never had any hiccups. Is 1,000 rounds enough to really say, oh, I trust my life on this? No, it's not. But my personal experience with the budget build that I had before, it gave me no issues. So I was fine with it. But over the last 2 years or so, I noticed that there were times to buy kits online. Obviously, Black Friday, Memorial Day, when the getting is really good. So if I can hold on to a rifle for a couple years and a friend's like, oh man, I would really like that. I've put some rounds through it. I can give them a good deal, sell that, recoup some money, and then wait for the perfect time to buy, which was Black Friday. Then that's what I'll do. So I've slowly been building my way up out of poor status, and I saw this on Black Friday, couldn't pass it up. It was 1 inch longer than my original CQB that I had set up in pistol format with a SBA 3 brace. I'm leaning towards getting the SBA 4 brace for this, or if I wanted to wait until the summertime. I know Magpul is releasing a brace. It looks really, really close to a regular stock, but I really don't want to wait until the summertime. I want to get this thing rolling and get some use into this. But the 11.5, I've heard from several people that, 10.5, anything over 10.5 or 10.3, you're not going to be able to use in a vehicle or like a true close quarter combat or a battle situation. I think that's inaccurate. I really don't. That's someone's opinion that they're stating in a very absolute manner. I don't agree with that. I honestly feel like this 14.5 inch URGI would serve me well in a CQB. I think this is my recce rifle. This covers all the bases. I'd be able to hit out to 300 yards plus with this, as well as, cut corners and cut the pie inside of my house. If I really needed to use it in a vehicle capacity, I definitely could. But this 11.5 inch is perfect. It gets more velocity, or it maintains velocity at further distances. I would even say you could go up to 12 and a half inches, honestly. So yeah, I guess it depends on the space that you're dealing with inside of a vehicle. I mean, if you're operating within a clown car or I don't even know. I feel like I could operate this inside of a Toyota Prius, and I'm not even being funny. My sister has a Prius. I've driven her Prius. I could operate this inside of a Prius. I personally drive a Ford Excursion V10, very big. So I have more than enough room to operate with this length, the 11.5 inch, with this, extra length here of the Surefire. So there's no doubt in my mind that this is just gravy right here. I'm super happy to have finally received this. I was like everybody else, trolling Geissele's Instagram page, like, hey, where the hell is my Black Friday order? It turned into a bit of a game for a lot of us. Then you had the bootlickers that were like, it's worth the wait. I'll be more than happy to wait as long as necessary for, quality, whatever. It was fun to make fun of Geissele. I'll continue to be a customer of Geissele. They put out some amazing stuff. And the deals that they've really transitioned to over the past year have incentivized me to, not just buy a charging handle here or there and actually commit to buy, their uppers that usually go for $1,000 or $1,250 or something of that price range. I was really tempted to buy a full rifle by them, but I don't like going through an FFL. I really don't like having to wait and pay the extra $20 or $25 to go through an FFL dealer. And I had already bought this 14.5 URGI, and I wanted to go ahead and get this 11.5. I've got uppers or lowers that I can slap these things on. I plan on getting the receiver set from Geissele and stripping the other receiver sets that I have off of the 18-inch and just Gucci everything out that I have. Everything that I have is going to be Gucci'd out with Geissele. My 18-inch has the heavy barrel 18-inch. It's really rigid, highly accurate, extra thick chrome lining. But everything other than the barrel of that 18-inch, I'm going to have Geissele rail, Geissele upper receiver with the matched set of the lower receiver. Anything and everything I could think of, I'm going to switch over to Geissele. And I might take the leftovers from my other build, the parts from the FN, build another budget gun around that, and then give it to a friend or something, or just have it as a beater. But I'm really happy with the fit and finish of this. It's very nice. Everything's smooth on the internals. The barrel is cold hammer forged and chrome lined. I'm loving the profile of this barrel. I really, really like it. It's a really good compromise of, not being too heavy, not being too light or thin of a contour. Because flexing can affect accuracy. Are you really going to notice it? Probably not. These barrels, Daniel Defense, Geissele, FN, those barrels are more accurate than 99% of the shooters that are using them. So I can legit say that all of my rifles now are cold hammer forged, chrome lined, every single one of them. My 10.5 inch was a nitrided barrel, and I got really good accuracy out of that. It's anti-corrosion, but just take care of your rifles. I don't think I'll have any issues with rusting or corrosion out of this. And the barrel life out of a cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel is significantly higher. You'll talk to some FUDs at a gun shop and they'll say nitride is better. It's not. They're telling you that because they get a better deal on those rifles and they want to sell those rifles. The fact of the matter is, cold hammer forged chrome lined barrels have a longer barrel life, and if you get high quality manufactured barrels that are cold hammer forged chrome lined, they will be as accurate, if not more accurate, than some budget AR with a nitride barrel, period. I've shot thousands and thousands of rounds, and I know this to be fact. But you're always going to have people that say, oh, I like nitride. That's confirmation biased. And when somebody starts talking like that, I turn it off. I just don't even listen to them. Their opinion on things don't matter to me. I've used both barrels. I've used stainless steel barrels. I've used nitrided QPQ, and I've used cold hammer forged. And the conclusion that I've come to is, if you get an FN barrel, if you get a Daniel Defense barrel, I haven't tried the Geissele barrel out yet. This is just an initial take on the Geissele. But the fact is, anyone who knows Geissele standards and quality, they don't put out a product that isn't higher than, what's considered top tier. So if they put out a product like a bulk carrier group, it's not going to be as good as a nickel boron top manufacturer. It's going to be tiers above. It's going to be significantly higher quality than the competition. They never put out a product that isn't next level. Okay, so I have no doubt that this Geissele barrel is going to be highly accurate. It's going to have a long barrel life. So I'll give updates on this. Obviously, I'll probably give an update after 1,000 rounds, after 4,000 rounds, after, whatever. But the gas block on this, anyone who's familiar with Geissele, all of their uppers come with bomb-proof gas block. That's why I got the near clone URGI over the exact clone, because the exact clone had Daniel Defense gas block in there. Arguably, the near clone URGI is a higher quality, in my opinion. That is an opinionated statement, but I think it's more accurate than not. The near clone URGI has the Geissele bomb-proof gas block. It's renowned, and in my opinion, it's a better value and it's higher quality than the Daniel Defense gas block that would come on the exact clone. So I really like their gas blocks. I really love the contour. I really love the 3-prong Surefire flash suppressor. This nano-coated bulk carrier group has the hardness level of a synthetic diamond, supposedly. It's got the 158 plus Carpenter steel. The airborne charging handle, white label. It's got their own proprietary, highly innovative locking system for the rail to meet up with the upper receiver. So yeah, I think I've covered everything on this. I just wanted to sum everything up a little bit quicker than I went through it originally. I got the Geissele hat, so this is my second Geissele hat now, because I got one with this one as well. One cool thing, flip this around. One cool thing that this URGI came with is it came with a coupon for 30% off a Surefire flashlight or a weapon light plus a silencer from Surefire. That's amazing. That means the 30% off coupon, the amount that I'll save if I was to just buy a silencer, would pay for the $200 tax stamp that I'd have to arbitrarily give to ATF for them to say, yes, you're allowed to have something that you should already be able to have. We love to infringe upon you and tax you. But, that's just part of the game. I could have gone, clone specific with a B5 stock. Honestly, it's all preference. I prefer these Magpul stocks. And this one specifically, it kind of does have the UGG boot curvature to it. The one thing that I prefer about this Magpul stock in comparison to the B5 is that it has this protection from accentuating or accessing on accident this lever, the extension lever. It's got the QD slot for a sling. As I was saying before, it's got the DDE, Desert Dark Earth, roll marked airborne charging handle from Geissele. I have the Magpul Pro sights, which are steel sights. They're super low, super streamlined. I really like these so far. I don't plan on ever getting rid of them. That being said, Geissele also just came out with their own line of backup flip sights that are steel. They're very nice. I might get those with the 35% off coupon, as well as many other things. But if you notice here, the contour of this Daniel Defense barrel is a little bit slimmer. See the curvature, how it curves up more where the gas block, where it meets the gas block? Whereas this, I mean, there's a little bit of curvature there. But the contour of this is a little bit thicker back behind the gas block. So will I notice it? I don't know. This is longer. So that being said, there's probably going to be more flex in this than compared to this 11-inch, because not only does the barrel profile, it being thicker, adds rigidity, but the fact that it's shorter means that there's more rigidity. So, but this is highly accurate. I was shooting groups. When I sighted this red dot into the 36-yard zero with the Vigilance Elite target that I use, I was getting groups about like that. You know, you couldn't really ask for more. But yeah, Geissele, baby. I love Geissele. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I wasn't too long-winded. I know I'm approaching 30 minutes now. But I think I've gone over everything. You see this URGI, the tabs, the screw tab right there, the alignment tab right there. It doesn't have the notch. But this, they sourced this and didn't make that technically in their shop, but it has the same manufacturing mark. So they source these upper receivers from the same place, which all of my upper receivers have this, and I haven't had an issue out of it. The fit with this URGI, this is a spikes lower. It's pretty tight. There's not a huge gap between the receivers, which can happen. You can stack tolerances and run into issues, but this is tight, so I won't have an issue out of that. I currently have a Geissele SSA trigger. I actually prefer the SSA triggers over the SSAE. I have a SSAE trigger in my 18-inch, and sometimes if I ride the trigger too much on the pull-off, on the reset, I can have an extra round go out, and you know, this is just, the SSA is more than light enough on the trigger pull for me. Some people prefer the SSAE. It's a lighter trigger, but this is perfect for me. I think I might get a lightning bow, or I might get, you know, the flat face trigger, single stage for this build that I'm doing. I think I'd probably prefer that over the SSA trigger. I'm not too sure because I've never used one. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. If you've stayed till the end of this video, I appreciate your time. I hope I've answered any questions that you may or may not have had. Get out there and shoot, train. due diligence, protect your loved ones and innocents around you if ever, anything were to ever, pop off. And God bless. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.